I'm going to have the screen side by side on my computer, just if you guys wanted, if you were going to do YouTube. I don't have the link yet. I'll let you know when I have the link.
We're so tech savvy.
Okay, everybody looks gorge. Now, I'm doing this. Okay, here's the link. So I just need you guys to spread it like glitter now, like share that shit. And then I'm gonna shorten this. And let me know when you see it. Give me a thumbs up if you can see it.
Are you in the event, Wesley?
Do we see it, guys? Everybody sees it?
We're posting it in the event.
You can post in the event, and then if you guys want to post it like in the Pure Synergy team. Tatiana, do you see it? Yes? Okay, I'm going to put it in speaker view. Hello, hello. We're going to give a couple more seconds. When you pop on, everybody, let us know by putting hello in the chat and where you're from. Hey, Tatiana, I see Vicky, Andy. Hey, guys, you can hear us. Awesome. Hello, Andrea and Francis. Okay, guys, we are live. And we are going to actually pop it this way to begin with. So welcome, Tatiana. Why don't you kick it off for us?
Sorry, I had to unmute. Hey everyone, how are you doing? So we are going to start, and before we get into the incredible stories that you are about to hear, I'm just gonna say a couple things. Maybe you're joining this and you're like, what the hell is this anyway? Like, what is going on? Oh, by the way, we have some sweary peeps on here. So if you have kids, you might want to do that thing. We'll try and keep it, you know, PG-13, but just throwing it out there. But anyway, so maybe you're joining and yeah, earmuffs. Maybe you're joining and again, you're like, what is this? What is this all about? What is this Beachbody thing I'm hearing about? Why are these people so happy? Why do they look so good? Why are they going to be talking to me about all this stuff? And that, or maybe you have heard of it and you're like, I think this is BS, or maybe you've heard from other people that don't have a clue that this is BS, or maybe you've heard about it and you love it and you're all about it, but you're scared. So we're going to tell you some stories that's going to help with all of that and get into some other stuff. Kelly, do you want to talk about, there's a bonus?
Absolutely. So those that stay on to the end, the newbies, you are going to have a chance. This is like a huge deal. I seriously wish that we had like the power of getting with the top coaches on our team is huge. You're going to have a chance if you register by tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. You will have your opportunity to meet like this on a Zoom with the top coaches to literally get everything, all your ducks in a row, everything ready to go, so that you are literally taking perhaps 30 days instead of 90 days to get your business running and going and on a great path. This literally is like the value in this is insane because you're going to have us to guide you from our mistakes. And trust me, we make mistakes all the time. So we can cut that in half for you and get you going so that you're seeing success right away. So it's a huge deal that we're going to be offering. We're going to talk a little bit more about that with the bonus at the end. And it's going to be awesome. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat on YouTube. And I'm talking with my hands a lot. Or you can put them right in the event. I know some of you may not have a YouTube account or it's just too challenging to do that. We're going to have people manning both of those. However, you know, if your question goes unanswered, do not worry. We're going to go through everything and get everything answered for you. Please do not be shy. Ask questions away because we were all there. We probably all had the same worries and fears you do. And that's exactly why we are here tonight, because we are so excited because it literally, this has changed our lives and we want to just share that passion with you. So Tatiana, I'm just going to start by sharing what exactly a Beachbody coach really is. We're going to make this nice and fast and get right into the goods, get into these beautiful ladies' stories because you're going to love them. What is a Beachbody coach? When all comes down to it, what do we do? Well, this is what we do in like the simplest form. We use these state-of-the-art fitness programs that have been proven to work, that are seriously legit, the best on the market, and we combine them based on your goals with what would work for you. So as a coach, we fit your needs to a program. We mesh it together and we combine the fitness plus nutrition plus support and accountability all in one challenge group where we are coaching you to reach your goals to live healthy, fulfilling lives. That's it. So whatever your goals are, we coach and cheer you on to get there. That is paying it forward. And let me tell you, well, I'm not going to get too into it because I wanted to share this in my story, but that is what the magic is to staying motivated yourself. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Tatiana, did you want to add anything else?
Yeah, so you kind of alluded to it already, but I really want to say that we are the missing link. We are the missing link. Coaches are the missing link to what is going on there. You know, you could learn how to eat right. You could go to the gym, you could exercise, you could do all this stuff, but we are the ones that are there for you, that are there to help you get through it, to really help you change your mindset and to get through it and keep going. I would not be who I am today if I had not done this, if I had not had a coach, if I had not joined this. So remember, this is the missing link that so many people do not have. There are billions of people out there that need this help and do not have this missing link that I am talking about, which is a coach and the community, the amazing community. So with that, I'm going to intro Ashley.amico. You saw her talking about how to have confidence, and probably saw her son chasing around the dog or vice versa. I don't know which one it was, but she is an amazing woman and she keeps it real and she shares, she's sharing her life with others and really inspiring so many women to change their lives. And she is an amazing friend and coach. And go ahead, Ashley, I want to hear your story.
Wow, so that was an amazing intro. Thank you. So I'm a little nervous. I have no alcohol in my system, so I want everybody to congratulate me on that. And I'm just going at this with a little bit of coffee and a little bit of hope and love for you guys. So I'm going to talk about something that I don't really refer to a lot, and that is my story that started way back when I was 19. My mom passed away when I was 19 years old. She had a really rare form of leukemia called myelodysplastic syndrome. And fast forward to me as a 21-year-old, I was also diagnosed with aplastic anemia and had a bone marrow transplant as a result of that. Miracles can happen. I was able to survive all of these things. This is actually my 10th year of survivorship this year, 2017. So yay for that. But the thing that I think about all the time is that I have two little kids now. I have a 5-year-old daughter, Kennedy, and I have a 3-year-old Hudson, who was the one that was chasing the dog with the sword. And I will never in a million years leave my children when they are 19, 17, 15, 13. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to be around here tormenting them for the rest of their lives. And that is what coaching and health and fitness and taking care of myself has done for me. And in turn, I get to share that passion with everybody that I coach and everybody on my team, everybody that I serve as my client, everybody that I serve as one of my coaches. I get to share that passion with you. And all of these ladies on this call are also some of the most passionate people I've ever met in my entire life. And we are able to help, as Tatiana said, carry you through. We're that missing link for you, that extra motivation, that extra help that a lot of people don't have in their lives. When I started as a coach 2.5 years ago, I was a completely different person. I had a lot less confidence, a lot more anxiety. I was having a really tough time at that time, and I needed something more. At that time, Hudson was about 15 months old, and Kennedy was 3, and I just needed something more. I'm a full-time working mom. So those of you that are on this call that are like, oh my God, I don't have time. I don't know how, I don't know how I would do this or when I would do this. You find the time when you care about it, when you're passionate about it, and when you want to inspire other people, you find the time. And I just needed something more. And this is what coaching has brought me. So I encourage you and I implore you, if you have any questions, if you are a working mom that is frazzled and a hot mess and all over the place, just like me, you can reach out to me. I can answer any questions that you have. You can drop them in the chat, and I would love to see you join our team. So that's all I got.
You rock, Ashley. And your lipstick is on point, by the way, girlfriend.
Lip sense. Get at my girl, Tracy.
Okay. I'm on it. I need some lip help. Anyways, that was awesome. Can I ask you one question? What is your vision? Where do you see your team?
I see my team, the way that I see coaching is that when you're able to affect one person positively, it literally creates that ripple effect, whether that's, a cheesy cliche, but when you affect one person, they affect a couple other people, and then those people affect more. And we create just a community of women that we refer to as the nation. And it is literally just a group of women that support one another. I was actually talking to Andrea, who you're going to hear her story tonight. I was talking to her last night, and I've never been a girl's girl. Like, I've never been one of those girls that really gets along with women, because I always thought that women were, Tatiana said that we're going to swear, but Richie, like I just never really got along with women very well because it was an insecurity thing. And when I realized that strong women truly lift one another up, when you're there for one another and supporting one another, and women are supporting women, that's when the true magic happens. So that's the way that I see my team, is just spreading like wildfire all over the place.
I love it. I love it. And I learned some new things about you, honestly, that I had no clue. So we actually have some things in common. Awesome job. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You are an inspiration. And I'm just blessed that I get to know you a little bit more on a deeper level. So that's another perk of coaching, right? So, okay, we're going to keep moving. We have what I like to call my redheaded Spitfire. Suzanne Tomasello is next. And I just want to tell you a little bit about Suzanne before she starts. Her and I actually met at a place called Roly Polies, just simply with our kids, enjoying the time with them when they were babies. And then we followed each other on Facebook. She saw my journey and reached out. She had the courage to reach out post baby and her second baby, and literally kicked butt, like 8 weeks. And she's going to share all of that. But what I really appreciate, and I just love, and I don't want to get emotional, but we've created this friendship, and our kids are great friends, and they video chat, and our husbands are great friends. And if it weren't for Beachbody coaching, we would have never connected. And so, Suzanne, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, can you guys hear me okay? All right, let me just turn the volume on this one. Sorry. I have two things going here so that I could get volume, so I needed to turn that off. It's not off. Hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. Thank you so much for that introduction. I was going to preface my video message with you today to let you know that I didn't know any of these ladies other than Kelly. So it's been a tremendous opportunity for me when I stepped into coaching to meet these wonderful ladies on here tonight and so many of the other ladies. And with respecting your time, I'm going to get right to the point here. I'm going to share my screen with you, so bear with me for a quick second. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that okay. Can you see that okay? Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay, awesome. All right, so I am Suzanne Tomasello. I am a mom of 2 and a wife. I'm also a healthy and fit life coach, a case manager in social services, an adult educator, a certified fitness instructor at P90X. I was formerly obese and I am a lover of life. So today I want to share with you a little bit about where I came from, what I believe in, where I am now, and my vision and my goals. So this is truly, truly what I believe. I believe each of us holds so much power within us that needs to be let out. Sometimes we just need a little direction, nudging, support, and coaching to really realize that. And that is where I have really blossomed with my passion in helping other people. So I've dedicated my entire career of like 15 years in working in a capacity of helping to empower and enable and just like teach other people. And so when the coaching opportunity came to me with Beachbody, it was a really excellent fit to utilize some of the skills that I already had and to really keep me passionate and accountable. So I want to just show you where I started from. So I have had 2 weight loss journeys. So back in the day, you can see in the picture here in 2003, I was almost 200 pounds. And I really don't have that many pictures of myself at that point because I was super embarrassed and I didn't like to be in front of the camera, or I've destroyed most of those pictures. I wish I had more to share with you now, because now I know that sharing this has helped so many other people to realize that if I can do it, they can do it too. So you can see the difference there. But in 2003, I seriously got committed to getting in shape, and I obsessively worked out at the gym. I dieted. I basically starved myself sometimes. I took fat burners. I ate everything low calorie like this. I was a yo-yo dieter, but you can see I basically got down to like a really good shape. But that's a hard shape to maintain. I mean, when I have kids and stuff, 2 hours a day at the gym is fine, but not now. So from 2004 to 2013, I maintained that look until I had babies back to back. So you can see the far picture on the right. That is where I was when I started my Beachbody journey. So I was 8 weeks postpartum with my daughter Sophia and my son Steven, and that picture is 22 months. I was very unhappy and embarrassed of feeling the way that I did. I didn't like the way that I looked, and I really felt that I was destined to just return to that fat girl that I worked so hard to get away from. So as Kelly mentioned, I found her on Facebook posting while I was pregnant with my second child. I saw her posting her transformation, and I thought, I need to do this, because I'm not going to lie to you, I had a lot of anxiety during my second pregnancy, because I just felt like, how am I ever going to do this? I can't go to the gym for 2 hours a day. I can't take those drastic measures of fat burners and things that I used to do before, because I want to breastfeed, which my daughter's almost 3 and I'm still nursing. So, but anyways, I found this program and fell in love with it. So this is my transformation. You can see a little bit of a work in progress here and where I ended. And my husband is in the picture with me there. Him and I actually got up on a freaking stage and did a fitness bikini competition last year in the summer. So pretty amazing to see what these programs can truly do for you. But they did so much more for me than just this transformation physically. Becoming a coach has really kept me accountable. Every single month or every other month, I run a new challenge group, and I ask other people to join me while I support them to go through these programs. So it's amazing because it makes me show up. It's really easy to not want to do a workout, to not get up early and all of that stuff. You all know you have the same excuses. But when you're running a challenge group and you've asked other people to join you, you got to show up. So the accountability is huge. Also, this whole community of coaches like the ones that you see here with me tonight in our webinar, and so many other ones all through Canada and the US, having that support, that encouragement, and a place to go for that support in that community has been massive for me and really kept me accountable. So So I just put a picture here. These are the groups that have kept me motivated. Accountability at its finest. So you can see this Fit for Summer Challenge. That's the current one that I'm running in a challenge tracker, which is the private app. I have a community Supermom Fit Club, which Kelly started, my coach, and I've joined with her and I run it with other coaches. And I have my group Taking Charge that I run on Facebook. And you can see some of the lovely ladies that are here tonight and some other friends, coach friends who are not in there are in that picture too. And so running these groups really keeps me accountable, and you know what, it inspires other people and helps other people to have these same kinds of transformations. It's also revived my marriage and my social circle. And I don't want to say my husband and I were not having problems, but when you are both working opposite schedules and you have a 20-month-old and an 8-week-old, and you know, you're just kind of like living like roommates, right? We were living like roommates. We weren't able to get to the gym and do the kind of working out that we used to. We weren't happy with how we looked. And that really was taking a toll on me, but also sort of taking a toll on our relationship. So getting ourselves back in shape and then being around so many other people and making so many new friends really kind of reignited our passion and health and reignited what we had as us before kids. So I really think that that's an important piece because that was really big for me. And one of the ways that it kind of reignited things is that I actually was awarded a Success Club trip. And I'll talk about that in a minute, where I went to on a cruise on one of the biggest cruise ships in the world, actually. I think it holds 8,000 people. And so I got to bring my husband on that. I would never have gone on that trip with a newer baby. My daughter was not, I think she was, when did I go? She would have been just a little over or less than 1, actually. And I would never, ever have done that trip if I hadn't been awarded it. But I went, and it was a great opportunity to be around all of these coaches and have so much fun with people who are just like us, parents working and, you know, trying to stay in shape and live a healthy life. And it was amazing. It really, really, really did bring the spark back into us. So I really wanted to share that with you because I think that's really important. I work with so many women who are embarrassed of themselves, you know, don't want their husband to see them naked. I've been there, want the lights out, all that business. And it's really no way to live in a marriage. So really important that I wanted to share with you how that changed for me. Made so many new friends. There's always something fun to do with all of these coach friends of mine, as well as the challengers. I've won tons of trips and all different things that coaching has brought to me. So it's really done that for me as well. Just to share with you a few pictures. So the Success Club cruise in 2016, cruising the Caribbean, in Nashville in 2015, a super workout. You can see all the people there who were working out. This is all people who started off just like me as a challenger and became a coach. Can you see that sea of people on the top right-hand corner? That's pretty amazing. The lower bottom left-hand corner, that is some of the ladies who joined us in our challenge and stay in our community of Supermom Fit Club. We had a ladies' night. How awesome is that? People who reached out to me as their coach, and now I had an opportunity to connect with them outside of social media and get together. So really cool. Bottom right-hand corner are Buffalo Super Saturday. That's a local event that myself and the other coaches created for people to learn a little bit more about coaching and to do some training for new coaches, people who joined us. We don't just have you join us and leave you hanging. We offer all kinds of training and stuff, and that's just an example there in that corner. Some of the other coaches in the top left-hand corner in the Healthy Revenge movement. Top right corner, some of the other coaches here. This was us in Toronto. We went to a diamond dinner. So diamond is a status level that you get to on coaching. Bottom left-hand corner, here's me on a cruise. That's us on the cruise having dinner with all these people who I never knew before that I really, really clicked with and have become great friends. And they're coaches. They're here to also support me. We connect. You're never alone once you become a coach. Bottom right-hand corner, this was in Niagara on the Lake. This was an event that was hosted and I was awarded for being one of the top coaches in our local team. So here was a photo shoot that they provided for us. Top left-hand corner, there's a foam party. Yeah, foam party. You don't think that looks like fun, right? That was a lot of freaking fun. That's at Hard Rock in Punta Cana. I just came back. There was 4,000 coaches there. Great opportunity to network, make new friends, and be around other people. And that was a trip that I was awarded as a Success Club trip for 2017 for this year. Top right corner, that's my husband and I after like competing. That was amazing, you guys. I was formerly 200 pounds. So to actually think I got in a bikini in front of thousands of people on stage is pretty awesome. And those are some coaching friends there. Bottom right-hand corner, this is Nashville. This was grabbing a few drinks and a bite to eat with a bunch of coaches that we met there and who are part of our Pure Synergy team. after hearing some of the best motivational speakers in the world. Left-hand corner, that's us in Punta Cana recently. And that guy, the black guy in the middle, Chris Downing is his name. He is going to be the newest super trainer coming out soon. We got a chance to meet him there. So really, really cool. So 2016, I got to go on this cruise ship. 2017, Hard Rock Punta Cana. And next year, 2018, I already have won and been awarded the Hard Rock Club trip in Mexico. So amazing, amazing, amazing things that you can get when you become a coach. And third of all, it's brought me in an income. So I'll tell you, as a mom of two, I knew I did not want to go to work full time. I wanted to be home with my babies. They were only little for so long, but I also worked really, really hard on my career for many years. And so coaching, I didn't know it was going to bring this to me. When I became a coach, I legit signed up for the discount. I did not know that I was going to get so involved, make so many friends, have so many challengers, win trips, reignite my marriage, and bring in an income. So bringing in this income has allowed me to work in my career part-time and do coaching on the side and be home with my babies. So I've become the healthiest I've ever been. Brought in income. I've had amazing accountability, met new friends, and won free trips. As a result of getting in shape and loving the programs, I became certified in P90X, and so now I'm a fitness instructor. I reached the top 10 in Synergy Coaches, and this is a picture of me in Jamaica working from my phone in my robe on the balcony on my cruise ship. So the ability to do coaching from anywhere is pretty amazing. I've got to use my skills that I had as well as learn some new ones. I've invested in me and in training. We have amazing training in our group already, but I have invested in myself outside of it. I've learned so many new things. I've learned about me, like what I'm really passionate about. I've had speaking engagements, training opportunities to train other people, and I've enhanced my resume a ton. So if there's something else that I'm looking to do, these skills are so transferable to move into something else. So before I go, I just want to share with you what my vision is. My vision is to continue on my own journey. This is a lifestyle to me, and I want to just continue on with it. I have a personal goal of getting in the best shape of my damn life for my 40th birthday. I'm going to be 40 next year, and I'm going to buy the skimpiest bikini that I can find, and I'm going to party in Vegas. That's my big goal. I'm going to continue to inspire others and to find the best in themselves and push people forward. I'm going to expand on my life coaching that I'm doing with people. I'm going to continue to grow my team of coaches internationally, because not only are we going to be available in USA and Canada like we are right now, but coming in the fall, we're opening up to a new international market of the United Kingdom. So it's an opportunity for massive income growth. So if you are jumping on this ship, jump on now so you can learn what to do, so you can have explosive growth opportunity. I'm going to do constant personal development and continue my self-growth. I'm going to continue teaching my children and being their best role model. So if I've invited you here and you'd like to connect with me, my email is Suzanne@metakingcharge.com. I also have a website, www.metakingcharge.com. I'm offering a mentorship opportunity to those who are committed to having something bigger and better than what they have right now. And for a limited time, anybody who signs up right away is going to be receiving the intensive coaching and training opportunity with all of the coaches in this webinar. So I do hope that you have enjoyed connecting with me here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or to any of the coaches in the group. Thank you.
Awesome job, Suzanne. And just looking at those pictures going through, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. And just like seeing them just brings that excitement back. Cause I think we're kind of the same, where that the travel aspect is a really, big motivator, and to just be able to do all these things and have fun. It's awesome. But we're going to keep moving. I'm going to now introduce you to another one of my coaches who is absolutely adorable and amazing. She and I actually met when I began, I think 2 months in, maybe 1 month in, 3 years ago. I used to teach. I posted about a teacher challenge because that's my peeps. And she didn't know me at all. I don't even know how we even, I literally don't even know how we got connected. She saw my name, reached out like a boss, with the courage. And she was like, let's do this. And literally she was game on from day one. And we have really just, our relationship has bloomed. She just had a baby back in October. So she has 3 kids. She's working full time. I'm sure she's going to share this with you as a teacher, and she also works on the college level. So when I hear people say they don't have time, I think of Bethany, and she's going to go ahead and share her story because she freaking rocks it. So go ahead, Bethany.
Hey guys, thanks so much for sharing that. Yeah, I am a boss. I'll take advantage of that. So like Kelly said, my name is Bethany. I am a mom of 3, which blows my mind some days. I'm a full-time teacher. I teach middle school kids, and I teach 1 night a week at a local college. So yeah, busy is an understatement some days. Some days I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So Kelly, I was so random. I was scrolling Facebook at 6:30 in the morning one day, and I saw a 21-day teacher challenge, and I had been on that weight loss up and down for years and years. I had my first 2 boys are barely 13 months apart. So when I gained 50 pounds with my first son, and then found out I was pregnant 4 months later after having him, I didn't lose those 50 pounds, and I gained another 40. So needless to say, at 25 years old, my confidence was shot. I thought my energy levels were going to be low for the rest of my life. I thought I was stuck in the body I was in. My confidence was just gone. And I just started to come to terms with this is how it's going to be. On top of that, at that time I was working part-time. Thankfully my husband has a good job, but I always felt very guilty that I wasn't pulling my own weight financially. I have a lot of student loans from doing private undergrad and graduate school. He knew that coming in, so he was stuck with me regardless. But it was always at the back of my mind. So being a mom at that time, I had a 1 and 2-year-old. I was working, I basically pieced together 4 or 5 jobs, part-time jobs to make a somewhat full-time salary. So I remember leaving my kids, my babies, every night, almost probably 3 or 4 nights out of the week, to go teach another job, to go tutor, to make ends meet somehow, and just to help bear that burden. And it was heartbreaking. And on top of that, I got so mad at myself because I would come home from working in the morning, teaching just the morning, and I'd be so tired and stressed. And I would get so mad if the kids weren't napping because I needed to nap. And then I would leave them at night. So this mom guilt just like on top, just weighed so heavy on my shoulders. So enough was enough. I hated that. I hated that feeling of I wasn't the mom I wanted to be. I was 25 years old. I was supposed to have all this energy, and you know what was happening. So I reached out to Kelly, and everything changed. Everything changed. I got really great results. I loved the support, the community. If you watched my video in the pre-party, you'll get the idea there. But the support was huge. But what I really want to talk about is why I joined coaching. Was I remember so clearly sitting at the kitchen table with my husband 6 months prior to joining up with Kelly, and him saying, maybe I'll get another job. Maybe I'll go work part-time somewhere on the weekends, or, you know, we're trying to figure out a way to make our lives more comfortable, to cover my loans, to figure out how to make this work. And I just thought, like, damn, like, that's not fair. It's my debt that's doing this to us. Why should my husband, who's already busting his butt 50 hours a week, add on more? And then Kelly approached me about coaching. And I thought to myself, oh my God, this is it. This is exactly what I've been looking for. And like, it brings tears to my eyes because it's been this 3 years now. I've been doing this. In 3 years, I've been able to drop down from teaching 3 nights a week to 1. And I teach 1 because I want to, because I love doing it, and because it makes me feel good. So it's not a necessity anymore. And just to have that, like, financial, like I can breathe again. You know what I mean? Like, and the best part about it is I'm not pushing product. I'm not just out there selling mattresses or doors. You know what I mean? I'm helping women. And when you get messages from people that say, oh my God, I'm down 10 pounds. I have energy again. I finally feel like the mom I want to be. That is what keeps me going. And so not only have I been surrounded by such an amazing community of women that support you every single day. I mean, how many jobs, I don't know if you hear my dogs barking because my husband's coming home. How many jobs do you have that you feel so supported in and so uplifted and empowered in every single day, whether you're having an amazing day or a bad day? But to have somebody always there to have your back, that is what our team does. That is who we are. And that is why I've been here for 3 years. I'm freaking busy. Like, do I want to add another thing to my plate? No. Like, I love to be like just doing absolutely nothing. But the reason I do this, the reason this is on my plate is because it means something to me. It matters, and it's affecting other people in such a positive way. I get to be that motivator to help people, and those people help other people. And I can't tell you or express to you enough what this has done for my life and my family's life. My kids are growing up with a mom that is energy, that feels confident, and that is there to play with them when they need, when they want me to, and I'm not worried about how I look or how I feel in my clothes. And I get to help other moms do that too. All we are asked to do as coaches is to be motivators. We're not asked to be experts in fitness and nutrition. We're just asked to be a support system. How amazing is that? So if you're hesitant on joining because you're not sure if you have time, or you're not sure you're any good at it, or you're not at your goal. I joined a month in. I was not at my goal. I was nowhere near my goal. But guess what? I shared what I was doing with other people, and they wanted to join because they saw how much of a change it's been in my life. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you, team, for letting me speak tonight. I really appreciate it. And just know that there is more to life. There is more to what you're feeling. And my vision for these next years is to just have that extra financial freedom to grow my team, to teach other women how to do that too, to continue to be off in the summertime as a teacher and enjoy my kids, take family vacations without worrying about, okay, I'm not getting my teaching salary for the summer. How are we going to do this? No, stress less, make more memories, and just pass it on. So thanks, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Yay, Bethany. You speak to me on so many levels. I love you. You literally, I think like the words that spoke out to me was, it means something to you. And okay, now you're going to start to make me cry, because literally it does. This is meaningful work, you guys. We are changing lives, starting with ourselves, and to just see her journey. As her coach, she's obviously in charge of her business, but to see it go, like to progress is like just so rewarding. It's like being it's like literally the most rewarding thing. So thank you so much for sharing that. I know that your kiddos are coming home and you may have to put them to bed, so feel free to go and do what you need to do, girlfriend. We get it. And I'm going to move on to another one of my beautiful and amazing coaches. And I'm going to go really fast on this. Sorry, guys. Before I do that, just so you guys know, we know you're busy. We hope you're not going to leave us right now, because we still have amazing stories to go. But if you do need to leave us for a second or so, feel free to do that. Just remember to reach out to the coach that sent you. If you do not remember the coach that sent you, or you need help figuring out who that coach was, just post it in the chat or in the event itself, and we will for sure get you to where you need to be. But you can do that at any time, and feel free to message them or email them. We will put all that. You actually, if you're in the Facebook event, it's going to be super easy for you to do that. Okay, let's move on to Cathleen Crobons. Just to give her a warm, sweet welcome. Kathleen and I, believe it or not, met when we were in high school. So like 2 years ago. Was that like, or middle school, 2 years? No, not really, girl. We are coming on our 20-year anniversary, by the way. And we she moved on. I think you moved to Florida or elsewhere, but we got reconnected through coaching, which is amazing. This girl is freaking on fire. She's one of the top coaches on our team. 4 kids in abs of steel. She is one of my heroes. I don't know how she does it. She shows up with heart every day. And Kathleen, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Hey, well, thank you for that. Sorry, I do have notes here, so I had to prop them up. Okay, so yeah, Kelly and I actually did meet in middle school and was in high school for a couple of years together, then parted ways. And we did get reconnected through coaching. And I would not know any of these other people, as everybody's been saying, if it wasn't for coaching. So I'm so excited that I've gotten to share so many memories with this panel that's on here tonight. And we've had a lot of fun this past year. Never in a million years thought that I would be doing what I'm doing, but I'm loving every second of it. And I do talk with my hands a lot, so I'll try to sit on them. But yes, I am a mom of 4. I am 39 years old. Yikes. And I have 3 girls and I have a son, a daughter who just graduated high school like the other day, and I cannot believe it. And so she is actually leaving on Thursday. She's like moving out and moving on in the world. But I have 3 other kids to keep me company. So I would like to just kind of share where I started and how I started this journey and where I was at the time. And at the time, I did have 4 kids because I just started, I started this journey about 22 months ago being a Beachbody coach. And I actually, I guess, got connected through another mutual friend that Kelly and I had in middle school and high school. And I was seeing her posting on Facebook, and she was someone that I liked in high school, and we got along, and she was like really into fitness. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love what she's doing. And I just like was seeing her posts pop up all over the place. And where I was at that time, you guys, is I was a fitness freak. I'm a fitness fanatic. I love it. Do you have to be a fitness fanatic to be a Beachbody coach? No, you do not. But I already liked fitness. But where I had my struggle was I was a sugar addict, and I actually was a closet sugar addict because, and I say closet because like I was eating healthy, but I had really bad, I had really bad habits as far as what I did with sugar. So I would like hide chocolate chips, and I would hide almond M&Ms because they were the healthy things around different parts of my kitchen, in my china cabinet, like places where my kids like didn't know where they were, but really they did because they always found them. But I was like at 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I would like ravage, I was like a ravage fiend. I would like go to those M&Ms and those chocolate chips, and I would bake brownies like every other day, and I would only have them at night. Or like ice cream was my huge vice. I had to have ice cream or frozen yogurt like every night. And it wasn't just a little bowl or a scooper. It was like half the carton. And I would be like, I work out 2 hours a day. It's totally fine. I can totally handle that. And that really wasn't how it was. It wasn't okay because I didn't feel okay. Like deep down inside, I didn't feel okay with that. And I think that's the message that I always try to share with people is that, you know what, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you, because when I started this, people kind of thought I was nuts. And like, well, you don't need to lose weight and you don't need to do that. And you're great the way you are. It doesn't matter what other people think. It matters what you think about yourself and where you envision yourself to be and how you want to feel, because I didn't feel good. I didn't like the way I was feeling inside. And you do, whether you know or not, you guys, you project that out into the world. You project that out into other people, to your family, to your kids. It is noticed. And so I was thinking, I didn't want anything to have a power over me. I'm a very independent person. I always have been. I don't like people telling me what to do. I do a lot of personal development now. So I've been helping myself with that. But the real story is that I didn't want anything to have a power over me. And sugar had that power over me. It was kind of like those cigarette commercials that you guys see now on TV all the time about like those kids that are being dragged out of prom or being dragged out. It was like, you need this cigarette. It was like, that's what sugar was to me. You need this. You need this. And I hated that feeling. So I remember this part of this so well. And this was probably a whole year before I started coaching that this particular incident happened. And what happened was I used to teach preschool gymnastics. I was actually a preschool gymnastics director at a local gym. And I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but I was very unhappy at the time. And I remember sitting in my then boss's office because I was taking a leave of absence because I was just very unhappy. And I remember and she asked me a question. She said, Kathleen, what is it that you want to do? What is going to make you happy? And I remember crying, and I was saying, you know what? If I could clean my house, work out every day, and get paid to do it, I'd be happy. And I knew nothing about Beachbody coaching when I said that. And I remember that clear as day. And then like a year later, Beachbody came into my life, and it was such a blessing. Because now I'm happy. I have my children involved in what I'm doing. Like their nutrition and their health was always a concern of mine, but now I've brought them in on a deeper level. They do recipes with me when I do live videos. They they talk to their friends about, you know, their lunches that their moms make, and their friends are always jealous about how like they have good lunches, and their friends always want to steal the food in their lunches. So I feel like I have a purpose now, because now what I can do with that is reach out and help other women. I can help other women who feel like me, who, you know, don't want to have anything, no matter what it is, hanging over their head. I can help them. I can provide the support. I can provide the accountability. I continue helping women every day. And that's what drives me and motivates me. And I was talking to a couple of different women today, and it was funny how this came up. And I was like, you know what? I don't know. If I wasn't a coach, I don't know if I would get up every day and do the things that I do. And it's so true. And you're going to hear every person on this panel say that, but it's the truth. If I didn't have those women in my private support and accountability group, knowing that they were like wondering where I was or looking for how I was, you know, helping them in the group or whatever, I don't know if I would get up and do the things that I do. I don't know if I would have been able to, you know, still be here and not have the need to eat sugar every day, or be able to get up and do my workout, or throw away my excuses. I don't know, but I do know, because I am a coach and I do get up every day and I do those things, that is where is keeping me where I'm at right now. And I guess the main thing, like the first thing that I wrote down on my paper is happy. Like when I wrote down where I am now, the first word on there was happy, because I truly, truly am happy. Is my life perfect? Absolutely not. No, like I mess up every day of my life. I still yell at my kids. I still have road rage sometimes. Like those things happen. But like, you know, somebody else says, I show up every day and I continue helping women every day, and I won't stop helping women because it's a priority to me. And I am continuing to help other women make themselves a priority. You guys, I read a quote in a book today, or I didn't even read it. I listened to it on audio, because I don't have time to read. So I just listened to everything. And it was something that I say, but it was interesting because I heard somebody else say it. It was like, don't feel guilty about making yourself a priority. Like, don't feel guilty about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I say that. And it's so true. Like, don't feel guilty because you want to do something for yourself, or you want to do something to make you happy because now you have kids, or now you're married, or whatever it is. Like, don't feel guilty, just do it. And then, you know, what do I envision for my future? Guys, I have big goals for my future and big goals for my family. I'm going to continue to reach out and to help women and be there to support them and take them on whatever their journey entails. It doesn't have to be whatever I have been going through, whatever they have been going through. I want to help them. And I learn along the way. Like, you know, somebody said, we don't have all the answers, but I do a lot more research and like wanting to learn these things now as a coach than I ever did before. So I can help people. You know, my husband actually retires in 2 years from his company. He's eligible for retirement in 2 years, I should say. And our goal is to move to Ohio to be closer to some family up there. And my goal is that I don't want him to have to go back to find a 9-to-5. I mean, yes, he's going to get a pension, but is that pension going to cover everything we need? No, we have 4 kids. So it's not. And we have 3 girls, so we have weddings. But I envision, you know, for me to be able to bring him home. And I don't feel guilty about that, because I know every day I am helping myself. I am helping other women. And therefore, because I am doing that, that is no different than what my husband does and goes to work every day and helps his company make money for them. So those are my goals, is that within 2 years, I am going to be able to have my husband come home, because you guys, he works like, sometimes he tracks his hours. He's like 90 hours a week, an obscene amount of hours. And I don't want that. I don't want that for him. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
You are such an amazing inspiration, and that you brought that up at the end, just that freedom, and how amazing this just brings freedom to our lives, and potentially brings freedom, like you said, with your husband. Like that 90 hours working, like that's time away from you and your family, right? So this is amazing. And I also want to say just what you said about really knowing what it is that you want for yourself and being okay with that, and knowing that when you take care of yourself, that is having an effect on everyone around you, and especially your children and what it's doing for your children. And I love that. And I love that coaching has done that for so many of us. And even those without kids, what it's done for our family and friends and everything else. So thank you so much for sharing that. That was amazing, Kathleen. You did amazing. And now I want to introduce Amy Hickson, who this woman has had an incredible physical transformation, but the mental transformation, the mental and emotional transformation that she has had, and just seeing her life, the way that her life has changed since she has joined this. And I'm sure she'll tell you her story, but she wasn't going to in the beginning. She wasn't going to actually coach. So thank goodness, because the woman is changing so many freaking lives. It's incredible. And I had the pleasure of going to California with her and spending a few days with her at a training. And it was just amazing hanging out with her and seeing her passion for helping others and doing her workouts in the morning when I didn't want to, but she was getting up and doing them. So with that, Amy Hickson.
Hi guys, my name is Amy, like Tatiana said. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. So I've been a coach for just under 2 years. I started in July, just under 2 years ago. I live in Indiana. I work full-time as a high school guidance counselor. My husband is a police officer, and I have a thyroid condition called Graves' disease. So I know how many women are on here that have suffered from thyroid conditions. You can drop us a comment or a note, because I know that's such a common thing. And it causes so many health problems and weight problems and, you know, all kinds of things. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But I actually, you know, I had all planned out what I was going to share with you guys and my favorite benefits of coaching and this and that in my story. But then this weekend, you know, we had something awful happen in our family, and it's given me a new perspective that I'd never even considered about a benefit that I've gotten from coaching that I'm going to come back to and share with you. So I'm going to kind of switch to that here at the end. But I want to tell you a little bit about my story, and it wasn't very pretty. So I'm going to take you back to like 2008, and I'm going to give you my list because we just kind of hit this shit storm of life when things, you know, when you start to think like what else could possibly happen, like the universe said, well, challenge accepted. So here you go, more. So about 2008, I didn't know this either, Ashley. Like, I'm learning more things about you guys. That it's kind of awesome. My dad had leukemia, and that kind of started it. My dog had breast cancer. I had skin cancer. My dog died. My dad died. They think Graves' disease, they don't know exactly what causes the thyroid condition Graves' disease, but they think that it's a stress-induced autoimmune disorder. So in the middle of all this, I get Graves' disease, which completely screws up your whole entire body because your thyroid regulates all of your different systems. So it messes up every single one of your bodily systems. Makes you think you're crazy because it messes with your head and your emotions and your mood and your immune system. You're sick all the time. You sleep all the time. So you're moody as hell. I could barely get through a day of work. And I was working as an elementary counselor at that time. So it's not like I had this crazy strenuous job, but I would come home with bags under my eyes. Like you would think I just had the hardest day's work ever. So it was just took a huge toll on my body. And that obviously spreads to the whole rest of your life. It had an impact on my work, it had an impact on my marriage. Wes and I almost didn't survive this time in our marriage because I was just so sick and miserable all the time. And he was thinking like, nobody doesn't feel good every single day, like all the time. But I didn't feel good ever, all the time. I was sick. So I had that. I had a radiation treatment that actually kills your thyroid off so that it can't overproduce the hormones, which was kind of crazy. So now I have to take medication for the rest of my life to regulate that. So moving on, next thing, I lost my school job. There was a year, 2011, a bunch of cuts came through in the state of Indiana and they cut a lot of counselors. So I lost my job, like out of the blue. We opened up a bakery I almost killed myself working like 18 hours a day for 2 years trying to get this business off the ground. And it just didn't, like, we made enough to keep it running, but we were suffering horribly financially. We were super broke. So we lost the bakery. During that time, our house was in foreclosure. Like, you just start to think, like, what the hell did I ever do to deserve all these things coming down at the same time? Obviously, our finances were like shit. We were in bad shape. So 2012, I'm gonna screen share for a second if I can. I don't really know what I'm doing, but if you guys bear with me, I'm gonna try. So if I hit screen share and then go to this, I think it'll, can you guys see that? I don't know how to tell if it's on there or not.
I'm not seeing anything yet, Amy, but if you hit share screen and then I think share your desktop, I think that'll work.
Okay, well, it popped me up another screen here. Let's see, is it this one? Share screen. Is it sharing? Can you guys see?
Yeah, we could see it.
You can, okay, perfect. I was like, somebody help me out here. Okay, so 2012, this was how I looked. I was super miserable. I was super depressed, tons of anxiety. I had zero self-confidence, and I always had struggled with confidence anyway, but I was serious self-confidence. I never got off the couch. Kind of like Suzanne said earlier, Wes and I had kind of become roommates. Our relationship definitely had suffered. I had no hobbies. I had no friends I hung out with. I slept, I ate, I watched TV, and I was at 190 pounds. I was super emotionally just so messed up that I kind of lived in a constant state of fear and anxiety, self-doubt. I had completely lost who I was. I didn't have any identity. I didn't have any hopes and dreams. I didn't have any goals. I didn't have anything. I was in pretty bad shape. I got up, I went to work, I watched the clock, I came home, I took a nap, I ate dinner, and I went back to bed. Like, that was about it. And then here's my story that was kind of my turning point. 2015, we went on spring break. So just coming out of winter, I hadn't put on any of my summer clothes. We all know what a joy that is when you're overweight to have to put on your spring clothes for the first time. I didn't try them on. I threw them in a bag. We headed on vacation. So we get to Florida and our car breaks down, which I was like, of course it broke down. That's the kind of shit that happens to us. So we get to Florida, car breaks down, and we're sitting in a waiting room for hours. And while we're there, I saw an infomercial for the 21 Day Fix. I actually watched it twice. We were there so long and it looped through, but a little bit later we get to our hotel and I go to change. We're finally like to the hotel, we're ready to go to eat. And I can't fit in a single damn thing that I brought. No, my shorts don't fit. My capris didn't fit. So I'm wearing these yoga pants that I wore on vacation for the trip. And that's what I wore all week. And I just cried. And I just, it's one of your moments when you hit that place. So a few weeks later, I started the 21 Day Fix. I came home, I ordered it. I did a round. I lost 9 pounds. I did it 3 more times. I lost over 20 pounds in those 3 times. As you start to do that, your body starts to change, your head starts to change just as much. And my confidence is coming back. I'm feeling physically better. I've got a little more energy. And I start to think I can help other people maybe do this with what I'm doing. So my friend Tracy invited me to be a coach. I was scared to death because I was always scared to death to do anything because I'm not very good at letting myself fail because I'm a freak show perfectionist, but here we go. So move on to a little bit later. This is now. I've lost over 50 pounds. I've done most of the programs that we have. Let's see here. I'm kind of losing my place. So 2 years later, lost over 50 pounds. I'll be 40 in September. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm in way better shape than I was ever in my 20s or in high school. My little group, when I first started coaching, I had 15 people that joined me because they had seen my first 20 pounds. And I thought that was like 20 pounds, like the best thing ever. When I started, I only wanted to lose 15 pounds. I thought that's all I need. to get my thyroid level back in the medication range, blah, blah, blah. So, but 15 ladies joined me, and my group has evolved from this challenge group to this community that in my town, people know about my group. And we have over 100 ladies that I'm coaching. It's not just a Facebook group, but it's like over 100 ladies that are actively engaged in what we do. And we've grown into this incredibly close and supportive family. Like I mean, I love them. They are my people. So my group's become a pretty awesome thing. When I started coaching, I didn't understand the business, how you grow the business. I didn't really know that I wanted to grow the business or even thought of this as a business, but sharing was pretty natural for me. And at this point I have 18 coaches of my own, which I don't know, like that seemed like a huge thing to me. I'm incredibly proud of that and those people. So 18 coaches on my team. We're growing like crazy. I've been adding, like the last couple months, it's kind of blown up. I've had a ton of people jump on with me. Last year I was the top coach on our team. So that's based on just some points on how many people that we've helped throughout the year, which I can't even believe. I've earned a trip to New York up to hang out with all these amazing people on a catamaran trip. I earned a free ticket to Summit. If I can move to the next screen here. Why do I suck at technology? Okay, so here's Summit. This is some of our team. And if you look at the picture at the bottom, we do at Summit something called a super workout. And there's like 25,000 coaches at Summit. And they shut down the main street in Nashville. And we filled that whole entire street, like for blocks and blocks and blocks. It was super awesome. But that's a picture of that. So I earned that ticket for free. Just like Suzanne said, I've earned the Punta Cana trip. I've earned the Mexico trip for next year. So there's our Punta Cana pictures. I'm not going to show you a bunch of pictures. You already saw those. So where are we? Oh, okay, income. Like, I don't know, this is like a weird thing. People get weird talking about money, but I'm at this point earning about $400+ a week as extra income on top of my regular job income. So going from where we were 2 years ago when we lost the bakery and almost lost our house to we have money to do, pretty much whatever we want, whenever we want. We've been able to travel and, just shop and not live paycheck to paycheck and not have to stress about where the next, bills are going to be paid. So, so I've gone from overweight, sick, broke, no confidence, living with huge anxiety, no goals or dreams, and passing my years on the couch. That's what I was doing, to being super fit and strong, full of confidence. There's no way a year ago I could be on here talking to you because of the mindset and anxiety and fear of judgment. Like I couldn't, there's no way I could do it. I'm amazed now that I can do it, but I have a huge presence and following on Facebook. And I'm making plans every day to live big. So I couldn't love coaching more. And all of this has come from that and this community and these people. My goal is to grow this to a full-time income. I like my school job, but I like this better. And if I could do this full-time, I would. I will do this full-time. And to grow a freaking army of women who believe that we can change the world by empowering other women. Because what I've seen happen in my own group, my little community, every one of them could be coaches. And every single one of them, we could just exponentially do what we're doing until it grows. And the more people in your life and women you have in your life like this, it's just, man, it changes you so big. It's so hard to explain, but what else? I want to travel. I want to buy a beach house in Florida. That's on my goal list, but I get to change people's lives every day with my story. And I get to watch the people in my group go through the same, journey that I've gone through. I get to watch them go from no confidence, being scared, to them getting that first goal. They've lost that first 5 pounds, and I've got ladies in there that have been with me since that first group of 15 that have lost 40, 50 pounds. So, and they stay. It's pretty awesome. So jumping back to what I said at the beginning, I'm gonna try and wrap up here. Here's what I learned this weekend. Let me switch pages here. So if you go to, when you become a coach, one of the things you commit to is sharing your story, being real, being vulnerable. And that is how you give hope to people, by sharing your life I use Facebook, some people use others, but that's how people know they're not alone, and that's how they relate to you. And that's something that I personally is one of my strengths, I think. So if you happen to go to my personal Facebook page, you'll see that I share everything. I tell my story. I've been doing that for over a year. And because of that, people feel like they know me, they trust me, they know me. And they reach out, they tell me their pain, they tell me their stories, they ask for help. And I know people are watching. I've always known people are watching. And that's something we always say to other coaches, like when you get started, people are watching, even if they're not saying anything. But what I did not know was how deep that went. And this weekend, something bad happened to our family, and a lot of people attacked us on Facebook and said some really, really ugly, awful, hurtful things. And I spent Saturday night in tears. And then I woke up Saturday morning to an outpouring of messages from people. Sunday morning. Starting at about 6:30 a.m., my phone blew up solid until 3 o'clock with messages of love and support, and people that I don't even know who have said, and I just put a few on here for you, like, I don't know you, but I've been watching you and you're the strongest person I know. I don't know you, but you've changed my life. And you guys can see some of these messages on here, but they were, before I could even respond to one, I had another, and I don't even know where I'm losing my place, but those people, my supporters, my community, my tribe, they freaking showed up in a way that I never would have even known. I mean, I sobbed through these messages for hours. I mean, it changed my perspective. So yes, we get fit, we improve our own mindset. Yes, we help others do that. But more than that, we open our lives and let people in, and it gives them hope and connection, and they are desperate for that. People are desperate for that. They're not just watching and listening to my words, they're absorbing those things, they're applying those things, and it's giving people life. We give people life. Our words and what we do gives people life. And this community has given me life. These people, these coaches, I'll never let this go. I'll never let it go. So I can't say enough good things. So I hope that I feel like I was kind of a jumbly mess, which is always what I do when I speak, but that's what I have to share with you. Obviously, questions, I'd be happy to chat or answer any questions that you have. And thank you for listening to me.
What a perfect ending, saying we give people life. That's it. That was it. And seeing all those messages and everything is perfect. And you share your story. You are super vulnerable. And if you guys didn't see in the event that quote that I posted, but can I ask you something, not to put you on the spot, but I feel like so many people ask this question and they say, how am I going to find people that I can help? How am I going to get people to join me? How am I going to do this? And you shared exactly how it is that we do that. So can you just really quick, when you started, because you're from a really small town, right? It's teeny tiny, and you didn't have a lot of peeps on social media or anything like that. So can you just really quickly, because I want to make sure that people understand this, that you don't have to be some big shot and know everyone and their mother. You can be from a tiny town, and you can just have a few Facebook friends, and you can end up helping and changing the freaking world, and exactly what just happened, and giving people life, like you said. So can you just talk about that for a second?
Sure. I probably had, 400 or 500 maybe Facebook friends, which I don't know if that seems like a lot or not, but now I have over 1,400, I think, Facebook friends. But it really is all from that honesty of sharing. When you do this, if you really, and I just tried to do what the leaders told me to do. So Julie and Tatiana, they're on here, and they say, just do this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I just kind of went all in, and I shared everything. I shared my workouts. I shared the good days. I shared the bad days, and people watch because they're, like I said before, I think they're hungry for that and for something real and something true and something they're sick of, Trump and Hillary. They want something else. And yeah, I mean, we're from a small town, and I was super worried when I started thinking I can't grow a business in a small town because I can't recruit people to join my team. And then we're all trying to work in the same but there are 4 coaches just in the school that I work in now. All of my coaches, except for I think 2, are local in this town, and we're all growing, and we're all, we work together. So it's absolutely possible to start small and grow big if you're just willing to put yourself out there.
Thank you. And guys, I know that it can be scary as heck. It can be scary to share things. And I've cried when I've shared things, but I always think of that person that I'm going to help by sharing that. And that's all that really matters. And I end up helping myself in the end too. So, and I'm just reading comments that you guys don't see the back scene. I love you too, Mateo. You don't see what's going on in the back, the drinking of the champagne and the wine and the sex talk. This is what we do as coaches. But anyway, sorry guys. Amy, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm gonna go on to Kat Taylor now, who this is a good story because she reached out to me that she wanted to make some changes in her life, and she joined me, and I didn't hear anything from her, like ever. I reached out to her. She would ignore my messages. She never showed up in my group. And I was like, what is going on? But I kept checking in on her. And finally, she made a decision to do it. And then to start coaching, to actually start this business. But what she told me was that she needed to stop thinking she was a failure. She needed to start believing in herself. She needed to own who she was and not what others said she would be. And she needed to know that she is and was worth it. And I'm sure she's going to speak to that now, but she has had an incredible physical transformation and, again, a mental mindset transformation like everyone else, just because she made a decision to believe in herself and to do it and knew that she deserved it. So Kat, let's hear from you.
Hey, thank you for that amazing introduction. I don't know if you can you hear me okay? Am I good? Okay. First of all, can I just say, like, seriously, how amazing and incredible and inspiring this night has been so far. I mean, these women, this is it, you guys. These stories, these people, these women changing the world, one woman, one soul at a time, is what this is all about. And it is what I watched from afar. Tatiana was right. I signed up with her just as a client. I signed up as a discount coach because, I mean, I was going to drink Shakeology anyways. I was going to do the workouts anyways. And who doesn't like a discount, right? So that was kind of my philosophy behind it. I'm not going to coach. I'm not going to do anything like that. So like Tatiana said, I just kind of fell off the planet. And she was great because she stuck with me. She kept checking in with me. She kept trying to just nudge me along. But the biggest thing she did for me was actually to put me in her community of women who were all doing the same thing. And so I just kind of sat back and I just kind of watched it because I wasn't really participating. I tend to be somebody who says all the right things, but then when the time comes to actually do it, I tend to get scared because I have excuses. It's not perfect, this, that, fill in the blank with anything, but I just come up with a gazillion excuses. Why not? So, but I was watching these women support each other. And I thought that was incredible because a little backstory about me is I had my daughter when I was 18. When you have kids that young, you tend to really shrink your circle. I literally had one friend that I could call and talk to that wasn't my mom. And so I didn't really know much about like sisterhood and a tribe and really supporting people. What I knew was people talking about you behind your back, people judging you, feeling like I had given up everything and that I had made my bed, quote unquote, and I needed to lie in it now. This was my responsibility and this was it. It was selfish to think of myself. My life was now my daughter and making that the best life possible for her. So I thought by settling, that's what I was doing, by working my 9 to 5 and dropping her off at daycare every day and wishing I was actually with her, but just everything I thought I was doing right. Like now I look back and go, gosh, I wish I'd known better. But anyways, so I was seeing these women build these relationships and inspire and motivate and support each other. And I was so moved by this because I had genuinely no idea that existed. And so what that did was that helped me become accountable. That and Tatiana showing up and checking in with me and and reminding me that I could do it. And she never gave up on me. So that led me to having a physical transformation, definitely. But the reason I had that physical transformation is because I had a mental transformation. And I learned that I was worth it. And I learned that because I had a coach. I had Tatiana, who was like, girl, you got this. And I had my mom always, who would always tell me that, but your mom has to tell you that. So, you know, whatever. But to hear someone else who didn't have to tell me that I was worth it, that I could do something, just like, I can't explain to you, like literally it changed my whole life to know that someone believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. So that helped me change who I was, my thinking, which changed my body. And so then she ended up asking me to speak at our local Super Saturday, which for those of you who aren't Beachbody, who aren't coaches yet, it's a local event where the coaches get together and we talk about things from corporate. We share stories, we motivate and inspire, and just share our journeys with each other. And she asked if I'd be willing to share my transformation. And I thought, yeah, absolutely. Because if what I had experienced and what I went through could help somebody else and help motivate them and realize that you don't have to be what people tell you you're going to be, you can be who you decide to be. And if I could help one person feel that way, done. It was worth bearing my soul. It was worth putting the overweight sports bra picture that was mortifying when I first took it. I'm not gonna lie. I look at it now and I am damn proud of that girl, because that girl she said, yeah, she started. So I don't care. Yeah, she was 200 pounds. That's okay. But she started. That girl in the sports bra in the size 22 pants, she made a decision to love herself. You can't hate that. You can't hate that. So I did it. I got up there and I went to this event thinking I was going to help somebody else and I was going to inspire people. And the exact opposite happened, in that I walked away from this event completely inspired and completely changed. And I saw the tribe that, like, these women right here that I'm sitting on this panel with, it's surreal to me. But I saw these women loving each other and supporting each other and motivating each other. And I thought, I want that. I want that, and I'm going to have it. And Tatiana was right there. Do it. Let's do this. And so that decision was very, very pivotal for me, because I was a girl who always waited. I waited for the right time. If I didn't know, I'm a recovering perfectionist. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to do it. And what I've learned since making that decision to say I'm in is I jump in head first, and I learn to swim once I'm in there. And guess what? I haven't drowned yet. You're not going to drown. I'm not a tech savvy person. People are like, oh, build a website. Are you kidding me? I can barely. I still think I use MySpace some days. But like, oh, build a website, build an email list. Oh, okay. But you know what? Guess what? I have a website. It kicks ass. I have an email list. I have Instagram. I have little things that I build, and they look at the little pictures and they're cute and I wave. I mean, that's amazing, right? But this is me, who I'm like, I can't do that, so I shouldn't do this. But I look at it now and I was like, damn, girl, you can do it. Because I changed my thinking from I can't to I will. And that all happened from these women that you're hearing tonight. At first, I looked at them and I was intimidated, and I thought, I can't be like them. And then I used them as inspiration, because I found out and I watched as this has transformed me and things have happened in front of me. I have watched these women pick up each other's broken pieces and put them back together. I have watched this team how people go through heartbreak and pain nobody should ever experience. And I watch them just love the person back together. And I see it time and time again. I see struggles and people run to pick you back up. Like, is that for real? Because it is. And that blows my mind that on this team that exists, that people really in this world just want you to do better and to be better. And that inspires me. And it's where I found my passion to say, I want to be that person. I want someone to look at me and say, Kat, by sharing your story, and I have a story that's hard to share. I have so many different parts and so many different pieces to what has to make me who I am today. And it's vulnerable and it's scary as shit. But these women, this team, they help you. They give you strength when you don't think you can do it. And by giving you that strength, they're helping you change the world. Because as you share your story, what you might think doesn't matter really does matter. And it's going to touch someone, and it's going to change someone's life. And if you just change one person's life, right? What if every day you just changed one person? then they changed a person, and they changed a person, and they changed a person. You guys, it's like wildfire, all because you decided to love yourself and to help others love themselves, because people who love give love. So I went from this mindset of not having enough to learning that by living in abundance, I can just give so much more freely when I stop worrying about what people think and what people are going to say and just share. And that has all happened from this community. So I wake up with passion. I wake up excited to reach out to other women and help women change their lives, to go from feeling like they're a failure, they're stuck, that they're everything that the mean girl in their head tells them they are, and prove to them they're not. That is my passion. And I found it with these women, with this community. So I went from thinking that to give my kids the best life possible, I have to get up 5 days a week at 5 a.m., drop them off at daycare. I watch my daughter walk to school in the crappiest weather because she's a walker and we're a mile from school. So when we have snow, we have rain, we have wind, I leave. And I know that she has to walk to school every day because mom's got to make the bacon, right? To knowing that I am going to change my path, that I have changed my path. And I'm now on the path to make that change, to give her the life I want to give her. Not the life I thought I had to give her, which is be a corporate mom. And that's amazing. And that's great. Don't get me wrong. But my passion is to be here with my kids and to be here to make memories with my kids and to be a full-time mom and a full-time wife and a full-time coach, changing people's lives. So that is where I envision this taking me. And I can't tell you what a change it is to go from the girl who really genuinely for 34 years thought she was a failure and that was it. And she hung her head pretty ashamed, to a woman now that I look in the mirror and I go, I am damn proud to be you. And you guys, that is from this community. That is from these women. And that is from what we as coaches have the ability to do to change lives. So I just want to thank you guys for seriously allowing me to be on here. It's just been an amazing night. And I can't wait to hear more of these inspiring stories, because learning more about you guys has just made me love you more than I already do, which seems pretty impossible. So thank you guys. And I hope you guys have a really great night. Stay tuned for some more amazing, amazing stuff.
I don't even know. I'm just like, all the feels are going on right now that I don't even know what to say. You just said it all right there. And thank you so much. And yes, your I don't know if you guys can hear my kids, your transformation, the mental and emotional side of that I've seen, that mindset shift, and you going from not thinking that you can into believing that you can, has just been amazing. And so many women need to hear that. They need to hear everything that you said. So if you could just type that all out and we can all just have that for ourselves. Thanks. That would be great. And the amazing part that Kat talked about a little bit is that she literally, you say, do this or try doing that to build, and she just does it. She just takes action on it, and that's why she has grown all in how she has. So I just want to remind you guys that if you're like, I want to freaking do this, just stop talking. I mean, I know you want to hear the rest of the stories, but if you're just like ready to do this, make sure you just reach out to the coach that invited you here, so that they can tell you exactly what you need to do, whether it be for your health or to completely change your life with this business, or if you want to comment in here if you're not sure exactly what to do, or in the event. But you can go ahead and do that now. All right, next, I'm super excited to intro my coach, Julieehenderson, who was the reason that I decided to do this, because I was the girl that was like, I don't want anything to do with that, and didn't think that I could, but she kept up on me. And because I was seeing everything that she was doing with her life, how this was changing her life, how she was able to stay home and create this life of freedom, how she was traveling and doing all these things that I really wanted to do. And she finally was telling me, like, you can do this, you got this. And having someone telling me that was huge for me. So it pushed me. And another thing, she started from what we could say the bottom. She started this team. She started when she had no one telling her what to do. She had no one helping her. She just figured it all out on her own and has created this amazing, amazing community that we have now and the life that she has created for herself. So with that, Julie Henderson.
That's a pretty amazing introduction. Thank you so much. I just have to say these stories have been absolutely amazing, and I don't even know what to say now because I'm like, how do I even come after all of these? They have just been incredible. So for those that don't know me, my name is Julie. I have been a coach for 5 years. And just to touch on something that Tatiana just said, so Tatiana is one of the coaches that signed up on my team about a year after I became a coach. And her and I met on Facebook. We didn't know each other beforehand. We're both from the same city. We both live in Buffalo. And she saw my posts, I saw her posts, and she was basically already coaching. And it just took a little bit of convincing to finally have her become a coach. But my story, I didn't start with the challenge groups like a lot of coaches did. I didn't start with the fitness background or like the fitness transformation like a lot of coaches did. I used to work for, I'm a 5-time, 3, 4, 5-time, I don't know how many times I dropped out. I'm about a 4-time college dropout. And I did great in school when I cared what I was learning about. And I, very low attention span. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like structure. I've always been somebody who knows that I want to work for myself and don't like being, told what to do and don't like the structure of normal jobs. So I was working for GM for a few years after that, and it was good money, good benefits. I hated my job. It was the most monotonous thing ever. The very last job I had, I drilled the same 9 screws in a piece of plastic every single day and pushed the plastic to the side. So I decided to leave there, and everybody thought I was crazy. And when I left, I honestly had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I wanted to be happy. And that's all I knew. I literally was like, I'm out, I'm leaving, I just need to be happy. So I became an esthetician, and I focused on skincare and waxing and facials. And from there, I loved what I was doing, but I still was missing that freedom. I was working for myself, but I was still having to report to somebody, having to show up at a certain time. If I needed time off, I still had to ask off for it. And while I loved what I was doing, I was still lacking that freedom. So I kind of fell into coaching. I saw an infomercial for P90X, and me not wanting to spend the money on it, I bought a copy of it off of eBay. eBay was the first one. And then I got Turbo Fire, and I bought that copy off of Craigslist. And I actually met a guy in a parking lot at a gas station to buy my Turbo Fire. And so I had no support. I had no accountability. I had basically nothing invested in it because I didn't see the value in it. I didn't pay to what I should have to get it. And I failed. I failed miserably. My old computer, if I were able to find the plug-in cord and plug it in, I probably have 95 before photos and maybe 2 after photos from every single time that I started P90X and failed. And it was because I didn't have the support. So finally, I found a coach online, joined her support groups, found this community of people, and was actually able to stick to the programs, found out about coaching. And originally I signed up just for the discount. I had no intent on coaching, but I was posting my workouts on Facebook to hold myself accountable. And I wanted the discount, and that was it. And I didn't know the potential with it. So as I signed up, I started seeing more coach stories and people doing this full time and really changing their entire lives with it. And I was like, if they can do it, I can too. So I didn't have a lot of support, like Tatiana said. Basically, everything I learned was Google and YouTube. Now our team has an entire library of training material to help you every step of the way. But I really just got in my head. I was like, if I can do this, I can do it. Anybody can do it. I can do it. I'm just going to make it happen. So I've been a coach for 5 years now. I've been full-time for 4 years. I've been able to pay off $40,000 in debt. I've been able to travel all over. Beachbody has sent me on a bunch of trips to, I went to Disney for my first time as an adult. Mexico, they've sent me on 2 cruises. They've sent me to California. It was my first time ever being in California. And they've sent me about 4 or 5 times now. Vegas 3 times, Nashville twice, Arizona for my first time. And that alone has been amazing. The freedom has been amazing. I work from home. I work from anywhere that I have Wi-Fi. But even above and beyond all of that, I would do this for free because of the connections and the friends that I have made. The next coach that I'm going to introduce was my very first friend when I moved to New York when I was 11 years old. And her and I reconnected first because of Facebook right before we turned 30, and then also because of coaching. And so that's really rekindled our friendship. And like Ashley had said earlier, I was never really somebody that had female friends. I never really fit in anywhere in school. Like I got along with everybody, but I didn't have those close friendships. And this has made me grow as a person so much. It's put me in contact with women that I would never know otherwise. My best friend lives states away, and her and I go visit each other every like month or two. All these women that are on this call that are absolutely amazing. We've gone traveling together. We've gone on retreats together. We had 18 of us, 18 women in one house in Miami last year. We had an amazing time. I think we had like 3 bathrooms between all of us, and there were no issues, no fights, and we just had an absolute blast. And it really is the friendships that I have gained from this. Not only that, it's, like I said, it's made me grow as a person so much and learn so much about myself. During coaching, after I became a coach, I got divorced, and this team was really there to support me and uplift me and help me get through that. Dating is totally new and totally weird and crazy. And the personal growth and personal development that I have got from coaching has really helped me with that. It's helped me really focus in on my goals, who I am, which is huge. Just who I am, not being stuck, not going through the motions in life, and really being able to create long-term goals and really big, long-term crazy things that I want to happen, and actually believing in myself and knowing that I can make them happen, and also feeling like I have the tools to make them happen, both on a personal level, financially, everything, having the freedom. And so it's just been, that has been the most amazing thing, like completely. And I mean, I keep laughing because we have the group behind this, and like Tatiana said, there's like sex talk, there's like wine, like we have become such a close group of women that it is, there's no other way to describe it unless you're like actually in it. And so few times you can actually find this anywhere. Usually in jobs, if you get a promotion, you are beating somebody else out for that promotion. You're competing for that job. And with this, everybody wants you to succeed. The better that you do, the better that the entire team does. And we all want to work together. And so it is just an amazing, amazing feeling. It's weird, it's different, and it's not what you find normally elsewhere. So I think I've rambled enough, but that is like dying. I wish you guys could see this behind the scenes. These women are absolutely amazing. They are like the world to me. So that that is about all I have to say about my story. Oh, and one more thing. Kat was talking about how she didn't have like the social media knowledge or anything like that. I knew how to type. Like, that's it. I knew how to type. I knew how to log into Facebook. I never thought I would have an online business. I never thought I would have a website, have an email list. And these are all things that I have learned along the way and skills that I've picked up along the way. But I literally just started with, I think I had like 250 Facebook friends. I was posting my workouts on Facebook, and it was honestly just to keep myself accountable and keep myself motivated. And I never thought it would turn into this. And it's been such an amazing ride. It's nothing I could have ever imagined. And I cannot wait to see where it goes from here. So I am super excited to introduce our next speaker. Like I said, her name is Andrealynncummings. Her and I have known each other since I was 11. She was one of my very first friends when my family moved to New York from Nebraska. And she is absolutely amazing. She has made such a transformation. She lives in Colorado now. She has lost over 50 pounds. She is, wait till you see her lip color, it's always on point. And she is just so fierce and so positive, and her mindset as well has completely changed from coaching. And so I'm super excited to welcome Andrea as our next speaker.
Hi guys, can everybody hear me? Am I good? Okay. So I'm giggling because I had a last minute hair change. It is not a hair washing day. And my girls know that I love, to bring it with the lip color. And I had everything pulled back all sleek, ballerina chic style. And it just wasn't working. So I needed to go a little bit fluffy here. So apologize about that. But I just felt like I needed to go with it. I have some notes here, but I'm going to flip the script a little. Tatiana and Julie both kind of mentioned the chat that we have going. We kind of have behind the scenes technology going here. And we're just chatting about life. These women, like we hardly ever see each other. I'm going to tell a little bit of my story in a minute, but I hardly ever see these ladies. I live in Colorado. I'm like 2,000 miles away from most of them. And, like Amy said, we rush to support each other. If somebody's going through something, we're all right there. And it's something that you won't understand. It's like Harry Potter and the Room of Requirement. Like you won't understand it unless you're inside. But it's true. Like you will never understand this bond until you join. And so I really hope that you guys join us because we're all obsessed with each other, and it's the funnest thing ever. So getting into my story, I'm not going to tell too much of my fitness story because, to be honest, I think you'll find that from most of us, it's all the same. We all tried different things, and Beachbody was the only thing that stuck. The programs and the products are great, don't get me wrong, but the community and the support of that community is what really changes everything. And it helps you turn it into a lifestyle instead of like yo-yo dieting all the freaking time. So I'm not going to tell much of my fitness story, but like Julie said, I actually lost 60 pounds, and with hammer and chisel, it's kind of a mind freak. I'm the curse word person, so I'm going to try to not say, the F word, but I've gained a little weight, and I'm totes cool with that. The mindset work that I have done over the years because of coaching, because when you start coaching, they want you to work on yourself. Beachbody encourages personal growth and personal development. And I can say 1000% that if I gained weight doing something different and I didn't have this community of support and I didn't have the mindset that I have now, I probably would have quit and gone to something else, but I'm feeling so good with my lifting program. So anyways, I'm getting off track there. So I never really knew what I wanted to do. Growing up, I just knew I wanted to help people. That was it. And that landed me in a very glamorous and fancy career of social services. I got yelled at a lot. People were jerks to me, people that I was trying to help. And it was soul crushing, to be honest. I'm also married to a college football coach. I know those two things don't really go hand in hand, but they will in a second. So his first big break into college coaching from the high school level came, and we moved to Texas, and it was right around the time that Julie actually she mentioned her job where she did her assembly line business, and that was around the time where I was moving to Texas, and I was watching her. She wasn't even a coach yet, and I was watching her, and I was inspired by her, and I saw her say, you know what? Screw this job, screw this safe job, this job that gives me, X amount of benefits and whatnot. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And when we moved to Texas, I was like, I am not going back to social services. I refuse. I'm seeing this girl go after a happy life. I'm doing the freaking same thing. And this is something that I kind of lost in my memory bank, and it came up when I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today. So thank you, Julie, for that. But when we got to Texas, it was scary. I couldn't find a job right away. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to change my life. And that's what this community does. It starts you on the path of growth. It starts you looking at other people and thinking like, if she can do it, so can I. And this has nothing to do with fitness. And so I hung in there. I found a job that I absolutely loved. And this, again, was right around the time Julie was becoming a coach. I was wanting to get in shape. I got my wedding photos back and I wasn't happy with them at all. And so I started with Insanity. I started with a burned copy of Insanity, and she coached me through it and she helped me through it. And it took a while for me to like really buy in, but I started to want to inspire other women. I started to want to do for other women what Julie did for me. And, you know, I wanted to try Shakeology. My eating has always been horrible. I eat like a third grader. And Julie was like, dudes, you got to try Shakeology. And so I was like, all right, I'll sign up as a coach for the discount, but I also really want to help people. So for me, it was twofold. I didn't really jump in with the business right away. I was kind of just a hobby girl. I just liked it. I liked inspiring other women. I liked being able to show other women what was possible. Of course, I liked the discount. And again, mentioning that my husband is a college football coach. Oh, I did get a great job, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Job that I really liked. And my husband, then he got a new job in Alabama. And I was like, shit, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to go back to social services again. And so I decided to go all in with Beachbody coaching because I just wasn't willing to like go through the interview process. And we never know how long we're going to be somewhere. And it was just, you know, I just felt a calling in my soul. And again, with coaching, it's like, if she can do it, so can I. And I think that's what this whole story of everybody's story tonight should tell you. Like, we're all normal people. We're just living our lives and we're helping other women. And yes, like, we're earning a living doing it. It's freaking awesome. And we're getting to do that and be ourselves. We don't have to like, I used to work for a guy that he would say he had to put on his monkey suit. And that was like when he had to dress up fancy, like for like the corporate peeps. We don't have to wear a monkey suit. We just get to be us. We get to have crazy hair. And, my champagne's gone, but I was drinking champagne. And so that's what I love so much about this business. Our first year with me being home, just working Beachbody, again, my husband being a coach, he doesn't have a whole lot of time off. We move a lot. There's times where I'm by myself. Nowadays, we have since moved to Colorado. So again, we move a lot. But I don't have to find a job every time we move. I can have something for myself. I don't have children, but I identify with the moms who, Hubs goes out and works and mom stays home. And it's like, you want something for yourself. And I don't have that luxury of like having a stationary career where I can, okay, this is my career. This is what I do, because we decided long ago that we would follow what my husband does. And I'm grateful for that. I love what we do. I love being a football family, but this is something I get to have for me. And it allows me freedom. Now he has a little bit more time off. In a few weeks, he's going to get 3 weeks off and we're going to take a road trip. We're going to go see family that we haven't seen in a while. We have 2 elderly dogs and they're my heart. They've seen me through so much and I'm home with them. When their health is failing, I'm home with them. I can stay home with them when they're having a rough day. I know this is silly talking about dogs, but they are my kids. And I can be with them and I don't have to have that guilt of having to go to work when our dog is having seizures and things like that. So really what Beachbody has given me, it's a sense of like, for real, if she can do it, so can I, whether it's fitness, whether it's growing a business, whether it's just inspiring the shit out of people. If any of us can do it, anyone can do this. And more than that, the freedom of being able to just be present and be in your life and define your success and define your life on your own terms and not always having to check in with a boss. So I want to wrap up because I want to keep it pretty short, but thank you guys so much. Like Kat said, it's an honor to be with these women. It's an honor to call them friends and to be able to lean on them and bounce things off them and say, hey girl, my lipsticks fly. What do you think about it? And they're like, yeah, we just support each other and we love each other. And we want you to join us because it's pretty bomb. So that's it.
You rock, Andrea. Okay, couple notes and then we're going to move on. I love how you say, if she can do it, so can I. Because that is what the mindset is on this team. If you see anybody on this call, you can be on this call. Be here next call. That's the challenge for you right now. Be on this call next time we do this because we will be running this again because this is the freaking bomb. You rocked it. And another word I want to say for you is contagious. You are contagious. Your giggle, your laughter, the way you cheer the team on, amazing. That's all I have to say. We are going to move on to my coach, Tatiana. And just to tell you a little bit about Tatiana, we met prior to Beachbody coaching. We were both in the same health-related program. Kind of met because our kids were the same age. Didn't really know each other. We're friends on Facebook, and I saw like a before and after literally happen before my eyes with her, and she literally just blossomed. And I was like, what is she doing? Like, what is this girl doing? She's changed so much. And I was like, all right. I literally didn't even know anything about what she was saying, but I trusted her so much that I was like, all right, let's do this. And since then, our relationship has just grown and grown. She is amazing. If you don't know Tatiana, she brings it to the table. Can I get a woo woo? She is inspiring. She is motivating. She will push you out of your comfort zone, even if you feel a little uncomfortable when she tells you, but people listen because she is literally, she has a way with words, and she's going to come to you right now. She has 2 beautiful children, and I'm very proud to be one of her coaches on her team. So Tatiana, take it away.
Thank you so much. And yes, I will push you out of your comfort zone because like I've said, what that can do for you is just completely change your life like it has for me. So I'm going to keep this quick. I have a weight loss transformation. Suzanne had brought up the fact that she never had any pictures, and that was giving me a lot of, I was remembering that about my story, that I have no pictures at all. And I actually remember that my husband's parents had a picture of us on their mantle. And I literally said, babe, we got to like sneak through there and get that picture off, because I couldn't stand going in their house and looking at myself. That's how bad it was, until I made the decision that I didn't ever want to feel that way anymore. I didn't ever want to be afraid to go into my closet. I didn't want to be afraid to go shopping and nothing fit. I didn't want to be afraid of walking into rooms and thinking everybody was talking about me. I was so done with that. So I made a decision to change, and I have. And because of this, I have kept the weight off. I had 2 amazing, healthy, fit pregnancies with my babies, and then was able to just keep going after that. And again, just be really, really healthy. I'm really into that. And I want to say this too. Julie brought up the fact that she got her DVD in an incorrect way, and so did I. And I also thought Shakeology was stupid and some overpriced protein powder. But when I actually opened my mind and looked into it and realized that it was like a health changer, and it has helped me so much in so many ways. So that's that. And so Julie had asked me numerous times to become a coach, because after I lost all that weight, after I really got into the health, I became so passionate about helping other women with their health. And I didn't know how to do it, what to do in order to create a business helping women and really make an impact on this world, because that is what I truly wanted. And I finally said, fine, I'll do it. And I didn't do anything for a really long time until I went to an event, a Beachbody event that Kat had actually mentioned. And just like what Andrea said, I saw some women telling their story, and I was like, if they can do it, so can I. What am I doing? Why am I not helping people? Why am I not putting this out into the world? And once I made that decision, again, I talk about this a lot, it all comes down to a decision and belief. And I just went with it and I did it. And the thing is that I knew that I was meant for so much more. I knew I didn't want to be mediocre. I knew that I didn't want to be working for someone else. And I was really, really sick of not having any money. I actually got laid off after I found out I was pregnant with my first. And so I had nothing coming in. I had so much debt. And when he came, it was either I go to work or I stay home. And I decided to stay home, but then came a lot of emotions that I was not prepared for, that I didn't know would happen after having a baby. And there was a lot of depression that came with that. I was not feeling fulfilled as a mother. I thought that I should have been very happy, because that's what we're told, that we're supposed to be happy. And I wasn't. And I knew I needed more. I knew I needed fulfillment and passion. And I didn't have that. So I went all in with this. And I remember actually one thing that really drove me was that one day I had to ask my husband for money to go get underwear. And I was like, no, this is not okay. This is not the life that I wanted. And again, that's when I went all in. I'm kind of an independent woman. For those of you that know me, I'm pretty strong and independent. Get it from my mama. But I decided that I wanted to take control of my life. So I did. I went all in, and I have been able to create the freedom that I wanted. Yes, with money. If you guys didn't hear my money story, the live that I did, make sure to go watch that in the event. But that has become very important for me. So this has helped me with confidence, with realizing how important it is to be myself and to be okay with who I am and not give a shit what anybody thinks about me, and teaching that to women and helping women realize that they deserve whatever it is that they want in life, to believe in themselves, to go after it. And again, to have confidence. And one of my biggest vision is really to continue doing this and help women create that life that they want and that they deserve, and not what everyone is telling them that they should have, and especially moms, because we are told how we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be feeling, and it's all bullshit. We need to be living the way that we want to be living. And so many women have been saying that tonight. I freaking love hearing that, because this is about realizing who you are and living authentically in the way that you want to be living, and that ripple effect will happen. So again, my vision is just really to make a bigger impact in this world and help so many women do this, change their health. Guys, if you walk outside and see what is going on, it is not okay. And we have the power to change that. We are literally changing the world. And I'm just going to say it. There is nothing like this out there. There is nothing like this. Nothing compares. What you're seeing here does not happen in other things, right? So this is amazing. And the world needs more people that are happy, especially now. If we see what's going on, this world needs more people that are happy and going after what they want in their lives. It is so important that we are creating that, right? So that is what I really want. And I just want women to freaking be feeling hot as so that is my vision, y'all, and my story. So with that, I am going to intro Kelly Joseph. And Kelly, again, she said that we met, we decided that we wanted to help other people. And we met because we were both kind of trying to figure it out. We both had kids. They're very similar in age. I think they were like, 6 months or something. And we both had such a passion for health and wanting to help others. And we met up and we're like, what are we doing? What is going on, right? And she just has this way about her. She makes everyone feel so special, so loved, and she has become an amazing, amazing leader on this team and just helping so many people, again, with their health, but also with this business. And it was funny when she came to me for help, and then she said she was going to become a coach, but she didn't really want to do it. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Kelly in the house and just like takes over. And again, she has just been such an inspiration to me. She helps me all the time with all my crazy emotional stuff that I have going on and so many other people. And I'm so excited to have her be a part of this. And she's actually the one that decided to come up with this. What you are seeing tonight is because of the vision that Kelly had. So everyone, please give her huge props for this, because this is not only lifting, I mean, this is inspiring all of us that are on here, but our entire team and all the people that are watching. I'm so glad we're able to bring this to the world. Okay, Kelly, go.
Okay, my heart, like literally, like I've been listening to all these stories, and I'm like, my heart is going through my like shirt right now. I'm so freaking nervous. Like, why am I nervous? I have no clue, but thank you so much. Awesome story. I love how you bring it. You seriously, you do. You push me out of my comfort zone. You push me to go a little bit further and just just by your actions, honestly. It's the actions you make that push me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I realize, you guys, it is late. And being last, let's face it, kind of, it's, you know, how do I top all of this? I have no freaking clue, but I will tell you this. I thought and thought and thought, what story am I going to share with you? Because I actually divided my story into chapters because I used to teach. I have 7 chapters of my coach journey. You can go check out my page, Kelly Joseph for a Healthy Revenge. Check it out. 7 chapters. I'm not talking about the amazing, beautiful, kick-ass chapters tonight, you guys. I'm going to talk about the raw, dirty, the crap that defined me. Okay, defined me, because that's what matters. And so let's forget about all the, you know, the 17 pounds lost, the 21-day fix amazingness, the team, the loyal team I have built. Let's talk about how, despite infertility problems I had, I got pregnant right away when I got healthy. Boom. Let's talk about how I had a fit, badass pregnancy, doing the programs that people say, oh, I'm pregnant, I can't do. Okay, fit, badass. I'm not gonna lie, I look pretty damn good. I look back and I'm like, damn, those guns are bigger than they are now. That's another story for another day. But I had my baby, my beautiful baby girl, baby number 2. I have amazing kids. They are amazing. But kids and me, I worry. I worry like a boss. That's my 3rd job. And I stress. And I'm the woman who gains weight after pregnancy. I gain after, and I sure did. I stressed, and I am an emotional eater. I love my Blue Moon. I was drinking Blue Moon. Jeff and I were like, okay, we can get through this. You know, you're exhausted. So what happened? My confidence plummeted. My emotional well-being plummeted. My doubt of who I am and my team and this business kind of was at an all-time low last year. It was what defined me. There were nights I would cry, I would be emotional, I would be like, okay, I am just, and like I said in my video today, I'm just showing up no matter what. And I did. And that is what I am so freaking proud of. I show up daily. That's all it takes, guys. You just have to show up. I do the 4 vital behaviors, which you're going to hear us talk about when you're on our team. You will hear this in the training. And when you talk to us on the call, the 4 vital behaviors saved my life this past year. Okay. I've had tons of pelvic problems, and literally I'm a product of the product. I push play. These workouts are my stress relief. They are my sanity saver. They are what get me through the day so I can be the best mom to my children. Boom. I would not be able to live without personal development. If you think you don't need personal development, girl, we are going to change that, because that is what has gotten me through this past year. Inviting. That means I share my journey. I share the ups and downs. I share, you know, what's going on in my life, and invite people to join me in recognizing people, and in recognizing my team, and in recognizing these people and putting this together. Like literally, I literally have had a rebirth, and I recently had, well, I've had tons of pelvic issues. I just had a hysterectomy 4 weeks ago. I haven't been able to work out. I'm still able to run this business. I was able to run the business from my bed. Okay. And still show up, because what I learned, and what I want you to really take away, and you heard everybody else say this, so this is not new news, is that by motivating other people, I motivated myself out of the darkest times. And that's really important to realize, because I'm only on chapter 7, but guess what? I have a ton more chapters to go. And you have to realize there's no end in sight. This is a journey. So where is my vision? Where do I see this taking me? Well, I've learned through this, just even the past month after my rebirth, after losing my uterus, I have learned that by empowering women to empower women, that's how I get my best healthy revenge. That is how I'm meant to do that. Like, that is the gift I was brought on this earth to do. And I am building my team. We are going places. This team, Pure Synergy, be prepared, because you are getting on a team that is going places. And if you're not getting on the bus, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out. Okay. Like, these ladies, how could you not love them? How could you not love the vibe? Just everything. We are all so different, but you are going to find people that you connect with, that you are attracted to, that you can be like, yes. And, you know, just that behind the scenes, the messages that, you know, I got your back, you know, like we don't get that. You don't get that very many places. Honestly, sometimes I'm like, I live in a happy bubble. Sorry, I didn't hear about that. And sometimes they're like, you didn't hear that? I'm like, no, I really didn't. I like staying in my little bubble. I do. I like staying in my happy little bubble. It's worked for me. So that's really my vision, is to just bring the Healthy Revenge movement, my direct team, places. I know in my heart we are going to go places. I am going to the top. And by that, I don't mean like top 10 or anything like that. It's just my happy place. I want to be making a 6-figure income. I want to be able to get my kids off the bus and say, you know what, guys, we're taking off next week and we are heading to Aruba to go on a trip, because that's what I want to do. That's what my husband wants to do. Those are my visions. Okay. I want to be able to have time to just spend teaching my kids, because I'm a teacher. Like, I want to have that time to do that with them. So that's where I see my vision. I want to empower my team, because I want them to be top 10, not me. I don't want to be top 10. I want my team to be top 10, because that gives me it's a high. It's like this high I get. I love seeing my ladies succeed. And that's all I want. That's all I want. And by just sharing my journey, I can do that. And you can do that. So, you know, I just want to become the baddest ass version of myself in the future, and just teach other people to do that. So that's really all I have to say. But I just want to say, and Tatiana can end it all, but we do things we never thought we could. Okay. We have to believe things that we thought we could never do. We have to push past our fears in this business. We don't want to make this sound like this is all rainbows and unicorns at all times, because it is a journey. There are ups and downs, like any business you join, okay, or that you start. I have my notes here. We make a habit of doing things we're not comfortable doing. Thank God, because I would have stayed in my little comfort zone, miserable and jealous of everybody around me, had I not taken this opportunity seriously. We let go of old limiting beliefs. Do you guys realize I used to be the shyest person there ever was, and I never thought I was good enough? I told Tatiana in the beginning, I'm like, I don't have the confidence. That's all I want, is the confidence to do this, because I'm afraid of what other people think. That was debilitating for me last year. And literally, like I said, like the past month, more so just this last year, I have had a rebirth because of the amount of women coaching wise I've been able to empower. So we let go of limiting beliefs. And yes, is it hard? Yes. But each and every woman on this call tonight chose their hard, because it's also hard to sit back and watch everybody else go after their dreams and make things happen and get to their fitness goals, get to their financial goals, have amazing relationships with their husbands that have been lost, be able to take trips, be able to afford things. So you have to choose your hard. Choosing your hard is the number one thing. And we are here to support you. We would love to answer any other questions. Like we said, reach out to your coach, reach out to the person that invited you, or just comment in the events or in this chat, and we will get you to where you want to go with your coach selection, if you will. But I'm just so proud of these women in our team. And Tatiana, I'll let you close it out from there, as I put you on the spot.
And I'm like nursing the baby right now. It's all good. Boom. That's all I could say. Like, Kelly definitely brought it. And again, just a couple things that you said. And one is just how we have all changed so much. Just so many of us did not have confidence. And now all of a sudden, look at us. Like, we are such confident, empowered, freaking badass women, and just taking control of our lives and doing what we really want to do and helping others do that. And it's pretty freaking amazing. And our team is incredible. I truly believe there's no one like us out there. So there's that. And then also, oh my gosh, you brought up something else and I'm now blanking, because again, I have a baby on my phone. But thank you all for coming on, and thanks for taking the time to watch all of these stories. I really hope that you've been inspired. If you haven't yet watched all the lives, the videos that we've done. We've given you guys a lot of tips and guidance just for life stuff. Please go check those out in the event, and then make sure, reach out to the coach that invited you or comment in the group. I just saw one of my clients say that she wanted to do this. I've been waiting for her. So please reach out. Do not be scared. This comes with, with time and stepping out of your comfort zone. And again, remember this bonus. We forgot to say this again. That you are going to get a chance, if you join us by tomorrow night, you're going to get a chance to get on a call with a few of the top coaches on this team. And I'm just going to be completely honest and real here. That is going to help you so much. I see people that don't take advantage of getting on calls with people that can really, really help them. Whenever I have the opportunity to do that, I jump on that because I know the power of that. So imagine getting on into this and getting on a call with us and guiding you and helping you get started so that you could see results a lot sooner than you normally would, whether that be with your health and your business together. So that's something else I wanted to say. So by tomorrow night, when you join our team, you will get access to that. Kelly, is there anything else any of you guys wanted to say?
Yeah, does anybody want to say anything? Okay, guys, thank you so much for withstanding. We know it went a little long, but these stories were amazing. It's well worth it to go back and rewatch. And here's a little hint to you. If you are rewatching it on YouTube, you can always put it in 1.5 speed. I do that all the time. It's okay. We won't tell anybody, and you will still get value out of the stories because and share this. Please share this with people who you know need a change in their lives because I think the stories speak for themselves. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
So proud of all of you.